Uh, Hi, good people. Welcome to Conversations That Matter with your host, Oriental James Mangwalala. Today, I'm joined by one of my greatest friends, a man who I admire, and he has inspired me to actually start this podcast. And, having him share his story and what he lives on in terms of principles, his philosophy, his ideologies. I think it's one of the things that I've always wanted to do, and it's a dream come true. And I really, really think this will be the greatest conversation that can also inspire your life. Robby, welcome, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having this time with me.
Thank you for coming out here and getting some of my ideas. So
You are working on this incredible initiative, Samkele Park, and it's one of the first initiatives, if one of the first, this is the first one, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Here in Victoria Falls, we never had like this play space for children, and you bringing it here is not only a success to the community, but it means a lot to the minds of the generations to come. I just want you to tell me what really drives you to think in terms of contributing to the society rather than personalizing your success.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think like a lot of people they think that life is like a race and that you're meant to beat other people. But for me, I think life is about slowing down and helping other people rather. And like I've seen a lot of times in the community, it's about looking cool and trying to be better than other people. But for me, being cool and looking cool are very different things. Like being
Okay.
cool is going out helping people in your community. You can still look cool and be cool at the same time.
All right.
But a lot of people, they just try to flex on others. They try to get expensive things to say, hey, look at me, look at the things that you don't have that I have. And
Okay.
I don't think that that's the best way to live life. Like, you could spend your money in better ways, I'm pretty sure, than just trying to look better than others.
So looking better than others is not the major objective of life. We are meant to bring service to people through our gifts and talents. That's what you're saying. But I find it really difficult because we live in a society with a competitive narrative of things. Instead of collaborating, we compete. How do you break that system or narrative of saying, Robbie, I'm not going to do what you're doing. I'm not going to flow with the narrative of society. How did you break from that narrative?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think like huh. How do you break from the narrative of trying to be cooler and better than another, right?
Not feeding into the social narrative that instead of collaborating, we compete. It's about me, OJ, competing with Robbie. I should have more assists than him, and I see like your mind is much best on saying I don't give a damn about that. I'm saying Robbie, I'm going to spend my life contributing society.
Hmm.
What was the breaking point to have that kind of ideology in your life?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually used to be like so focused on materialistic things and like used to be so into like high fashion brands, things like that. Then I realized like when you die, then you don't keep those things with you. Like what lives on after you die is what you create in the world and the impacts that you make in your communities.
Wow,
Like
wow.
something like Samkele Park is like if I die and I had a Lamborghini, then what is that going to do? But if you die and this is here, then you live on forever. And I think that's the big difference. And a way that I've been trying to do that is like with older people, it's hard to tell them and change them.
Yeah.
But if you start from the roots and the seeds of your community, which is the youth, then that's where you can see a difference. So something like Samkele Park, I don't think this is something where we're going to see the benefits in the next like 2 years.
Right.
We'll see in 20 years the impact that these kids will be making that we're working with now into our surrounding communities.
Right.
We're hoping to see many spaces like this, smaller, bigger, all types of parks, all types of community spaces, because I don't think that the largest community spaces should be bars where people are using substances
Yeah.
to forget their current situations rather than making a positive impact and change.
Wow.
But the problem is a lot of people, they see someone else doing something and they think that that's the way to live life. So kids and the youth nowadays, if they see that the largest communal areas are bars, then you can expect them to grow up, be saving money just to go buy a beer every day, and then do that same cycle every single day. So if you don't try to change their mindset, then how can you ever expect a difference in aspects of poverty and different things in the community if no one's actually going out there to try to make a positive impact and a difference? So like I'm trying to teach the kids that I work with that being a leader is so important. It's not just about skating and having fun as much as skating is about having fun.
Okay.
This is like so much more than that. Like these kids, what's really important for me is making sure that the proper infrastructure is in place for them to continue these like missions and these initiatives without me. So I'll always be around to support and things like that, but like it's not my goal to stay in Zim forever. I want to go other places. I want to go do different things. I want to build parks in other places as well.
All right.
And so I can't just leave and then hope that everyone is just going to take care of these things. You need to like show the kids that it's on them. It's on their shoulders. This is not my park. It's their park. It's our park. It's Samkele Park. It's welcome to the entire community.
And most importantly, they have what it takes to actually build such things, just like you're doing, working with the organizations that you're doing.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think like what's really important, when I was first having the idea to build something like this, a lot of people, they seemed like it would be impossible, because I've seen that investing in the community is oftentimes overlooked because it doesn't have a direct nominal return into your bank account. It's not like you're getting money straight away or something. So people, they don't want to do it. So then they blame suffering in the communities on all these things. So, instead of actually trying to change the communities, they just want to better off themselves.
Robby,
so,
I really, resonate with what you're saying, especially if you're doing something for the society. It's not like you get a monthly income into your bank account. And most people, they have focused their lives in accruing money. So if they don't do anything that contributes to their bank account, then that thing is meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to you that, it's not about you making uber amounts of money, but it's you touching as many souls as you can.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people who make a lot of money, enough is never enough. They just keep going. They'll work their entire lives away just to be making more money. But I think like if people realize that they have enough and that they can actually help spread their resources to better off other people, then it would create a lot of difference in the communities. Because I don't know, life is not just about yourself or your direct family, but I think that the entire human race is like meant to be a family, and there's so many things which divide us. Like the color of your skin, even religions, they can divide people just because the ideas you have, they think, oh,
they're different.
I'm going to go to heaven and you're not, just because what I believe is right and what you believe is wrong. But like, that's why what I'm trying to do a lot in the communities here is to try to open people's minds to new ideas, because I've seen in Zim, and I'm sure in a lot of other places, some people, they seem to be a bit culturally ingrained. Like the ways that other people say the things are, that's what they believe. Like they just believe what other people tell them in life. And so what's cool is like nowadays, lots of kids, they have access to the internet. So the internet has so many new ideas that can hopefully empower them and show them, even young women, that they don't just have to be expected to be a housewife and a cooker and a cleaner. They can be businesswomen. There's women in the U.S. who have billions of dollars that they made themselves. Like
I love that. I have been advocating for this in terms of, the social narrative around women is based on getting married. And if you're married, that's your success. And most dreams die there because, I've learned with intelligent girls, phenomenal ladies, and they had these big dreams, but when they got married, it all ended there because society, narrated their life and concluded that being married is actually the goal of life. And, I wanted to ask you something about, if you were to die today, Robby, and there is one thing you want to change in this world, what will be that thing?
I think I just want to try to make people not so self-centered. It's like everyone thinks that life is like a war and a battle against each other, but why should it be like that? Like, I think if people woke up and they realized that it's not just about you in life, then so many people would be saved from a lot of the problems that they have. So I think, yeah, that's the one thing I would try to change, is just helping people shift their mindset to be more giving to others. And like, I've seen, which is so amazing as well, is in the US and in places that are very developed, people who have a lot of money, they're even less likely to share than someone who has nothing. You can come to Zim, like some of the kids that I've been working with, they might only have like one piece of bread and they're hungry, but yet they won't even eat that whole piece of bread. They'll share it with the kids around them, because I think they know what other people are going through and things like that. And so as much as you can see a lot of times that people want to be better than another, like the kids that I've been working with, I see a lot of hope as well. Like a lot of them, they're not so self-centered and they're so giving to the others as well. So I'm hoping that these kids can keep bringing that idea to the community, and hopefully when they're adults, like we'll see a lot of changes around here. So stay tuned, guys, because we got some big things coming in the next 10 years.
I think you are not only like building a park, but you are recruiting an army.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, we're really going to have much invention and, of people getting in different countries, different cities, and, changing the narrative of society. Not only, along the lines of building parks, but also maybe entrepreneurially, and maybe building hospitals, or contributing, the little things. We were talking before, we shot this. We're talking about what it means to contribute to society, and what does it actually mean to give out to people. Is it something that is quantified? Because for me, if I'm thinking of contributing to society, I'm thinking of building a hospital that has my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
But is that really what it is about, contributing to humanity?
Well, a lot of people, they'll say, I can't do anything because I don't have the ability to change the world. But the truth is, no one has that ability. And you have to start small and from somewhere. And if you can make 1% changes every day, it leads to exponential changes in the future. These things keep building and building and building. And you don't need money to make changes or try to spread positivity in your community. You can go around, you see someone carrying something, you can help them quickly. You see an older woman who might look down, you can tell her that she's beautiful. Things like that. And it's so easy to just be positive and be nice to people. And a lot of times you see people being mean to others. Being mean is only fun for a very short time. And then it just gets boring. The most fulfilling thing to do is trying to just be nice to others and spreading positivity. And I think when you do that, you'll see how much I don't know, I believe that if you spread positivity, a lot of my friends, they said, is there water in Zimbabwe? They think that this is some dry desert where people live in mud huts and stuff. And that's not the truth, So I think a lot of people, they form their opinions without even knowing the situation or going to experience the thing. So what I would try to say is don't be so closed-minded. You got to get out there and actually find the things if you want to know it truthfully. If not, then you're just spreading false narratives and things like that to others. And so it wasn't hard. No one really believed in me. I mean, it was hard. No one believed in me. My parents, they said, no, you're not moving to Zimbabwe. You need to go work your job. And
you have to make money.
Yeah, they said you should go make some money and then you'll have enough funds to go and do those things you want to do in the communities. But the thing that I was afraid of is I would start working, then you just get locked in that society, then your dreams get lost. And that's what I see a lot here as well. A kid may have dreams or ambitions in their life, but people tell them that maybe the only route that will be sufficient is going to work in a lodge or a restaurant or in tourism. Then their dreams, they fade away. And so as important as it is to go and work, you should be spending all the free time and the money that you make, your profits, to pursue your passion so that one day you can get out of it. Because I don't think life is meant to be such a cycle where you're just working and working just to die. I don't know.
You know what I think about that? You make a contribution through building your dreams, because your dreams don't only benefit you, sometimes they also benefit society. But if you pursue a job, it only benefits your employer.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are to change our minds, it has to be towards making or pursuing things that benefit not only you but others as well. There's also a question I wanted to ask you before we end this, pertaining the the, the the events that shaped you in terms of the perspective that you have right now. You spoke about you have to explore other places, even if you're taught a different narrative in order to have the truth, you know, of which I think you did that. You left the United States, you came here, you explored, and you now have the truth about Zimbabwe, right? What really shaped that perspective of saying, I I just want to be different. You do you guys. They say Zimbabwe is a desert. They end like there's no water, but I just want to go there myself. What really shaped that perspective?
Yeah, I think like when a lot of people were saying, "Oh, like Robby, you're crazy. What are you doing?" Then it was a little scary. I was thinking to myself, "What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing right now?"
Okay.
And like trying something new is oftentimes like scary too. Like when I first came to Zim, the first 2 weeks that I was here, I couldn't really find purpose right away. So I told my family like I had kind of committed to 4 months for volunteering. Within 2 weeks, I told my parents, "Oh, I want to come home. I want to come home. Like I don't know what to do out here."
Okay.
Instead, they said, "No, Robby, like you're staying. You're staying the 4 months."
All right.
And like that was the biggest blessing because like I think when you're trying something new, it oftentimes doesn't work out right away. And the difference between someone who makes it and someone who doesn't is the people who push through the challenges and keep trying no matter how many times you fall. Because failure is like the biggest learning process in the entire world, I think. Instead of treating failure as a negative thing, I think there's always a positive side to every single thing. No matter what negative experience happens in your life, you can look at it in a positive light and learn from it and change and grow from that thing.
Wow.
So like, if you want to go and learn how to make music, you might try for 2 weeks and you think, "Oh, my music is crap. What am I doing?"
Right.
But the thing is, that's what happens. Like a really cool quote that I found is like, if you practice a certain thing for 1 month, every single day for 1 month, you'll be better than 70% of the world at that certain thing.
Okay.
It's persistency, like you can't expect to just come like things to come so easily. You have to really work for things, and that's something which is not that easy. Like it's hard to push through, and it's hard to really like motivate and say, even though the things aren't working right now, I'm still going to keep trying. And that's what makes the difference, though. I think if people keep trying and they keep pursuing their passions, you'll see so many people that grow and they break out of that societal mold. And these figures, they help inspire so many others. Like inspiring and making differences in your community is not just about building parks or hospitals. Mm-hmm. Someone who becomes a rapper or an artist, they inspire others as well through their music, through their vision, things like that. So it's not just about giving away to the community, but you can like do things for yourself that your ideas spread to others and help them grow as well. So there's so many different things in life which you can do. Anything can have positive impacts to the world, no matter what it is. So like, yeah.
And there people, I found out that people live on different principles. What are the principles that shape you to guide you towards getting where you want to go in terms of whatever you're pursuing? What are the major principles that you can share with someone listening here and saying, I have certain principles, and one of them is this. It has actually helped me to stay in my lane, and if you can implement it too, it can actually help.
Yeah, I think maybe like one of the things that I think is really important is like I don't know, like for me in my life, I have all the things that I need. So there's not so much that I want. Like a lot of people, they just want things. They like things too much. But going out and experiencing things is so much like, for me, it's so much more valuable. Instead of saving $1,000 to buy a Gucci purse, you can save $1,000 and you can go to Cape Town for a week. And that can change your entire life. I promise you that Gucci purse won't change your life. Like people, they'll be on their deathbed and they'll say, "Oh, I wish that I had this thing." But for me, I'm thinking, "Oh, I wish I did this. I wish I did that." Like, because if you only live once, then why are you going to be so focused on these things in life? Like, go and experience things. And you don't need to have so much money to go and experience things too. Like, no matter which situation you're from, I think that you can go out there and experience things.
So it's not about money, number one. And what's the other thing?
What else?
Don't be limited by money. You can always go out there and make a difference even if you don't have money.
Mm-hmm.
Because service is not limited to money.
I think also another thing is like planning for the future and things is like, it's a great thing. Like, you should think of, oh, what am I going to be doing in 5 years? It's an amazing thing. But the truth is, future is never guaranteed. You might be working away those 5 years, and who knows if you're going to make it, you're still going to be alive in 5 years. So as much as it is important to keep going, remember to enjoy the small things, and that tomorrow you might not be here. So I think
enjoy the small things.
Enjoy the small things in life for sure. Get outside. Like, a lot of the kids that I've been working with, I've heard them like years ago saying, I wish that I could live my life on my phone, because they see people in a better situation than them. So a lot of people, they get fed up with distractions. If it's alcohol, drugs, social media, things that can distract them from their reality instead of making a difference and an impact towards their reality. You only get one reality. So would you rather just try to forget about the one you have, or actually make a positive impact and change the one that you have?
That's so powerful, man. That's so powerful. So you are at your deathbed, and there's one last word you just want to say.
Push.
Wow, just push, man.
Push.
All right.
Just keep pushing.
Okay.
Push, push, push.
Man, I really appreciate you. You know, we can go on, and I can talk to you.
We'll need another episode, man.
For 5 hours straight talking to you, and I find it very fascinating that I never knew you from the perspective that I now have about you, because we had never had a dialogue like this. You know, we just had like this small talk. And, you know, I encourage people to get out there, see if you can socialize with people, have conversations, and at the end of the day, you might find out that you're business partners in future.
Mm-hmm.
You share the similar, you know, interest in business. You share the same interest in building society. Mm-hmm. Then you can collaborate from that. Mm-hmm. But if we keep on ignoring each other, you know, like, Robby, you do you, man, I'll do me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we cannot change, you know, society. And I know one last question. I just want to hear this from you. You're working with other organizations as well. And you know, I know you're working with Blessing, you're working with Quinton. You know, having worked with Quinton and Blessing is one of, you know, those guys that, you know, even inspire me. What are the lessons that you've learned from that?
Man, like, those two guys have definitely inspired me a lot in my life for sure. Like, the impacts and the changes they make in their communities, and being like so focused on others rather than themselves is something that is truly very inspiring, and so grateful for them, because without either of those people, I wouldn't be here right now doing these things. So and I want to be the same towards other people as well. If other people have dreams and ambitions, I've seen people like you, people like others in the community, they have interest in making changes and differences, but they think due to their economic abilities that they can't actually do that. So I'm like happy to hear ideas from people, pitching me ideas on saying how we can change the communities, things like that. I'm all ears and I'm all in for it. So come with me with any ideas you guys have, and let's keep changing the communities, because I might be one person, but you know, the difference that we can make all together is way more than that I can make alone. Man.
And it's so powerful. So you had Robby. Robby's open for ideas to change society. And if you have those ideas, where can people find you? Social media?
Yeah, you can find me. My Instagram is Robby Kimmel, ROBBYKIMMEL, or push.project. There should be a street name, Samkele. Welcome, everyone. It's not about me. It's not about my name. Like, I don't care if anyone knows if this was me or not. It's about the people that utilize this space. If they can create changes, they're the ones who should be out there being seen. Because this is just a tool that I'm trying to give to others to go and change the communities. It's not just me saying, oh, look what I did, look what I did. Who cares what I did, man? It's about what you guys do and what you guys do when you get older and when you get outside.
Cheers, man. Thank you for having.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having me here. It's really a great honor, and I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing. I wish this goes on, and you know, you should just say push when you die, because you're empty. You're fulfilled every single thing that you wanted to do. So thank you guys for tuning in. It was a great chat with Robby, and I hope you get inspired. We are going to be bringing more of these episodes, and I hope, you know, this is first time Rusky, and you know, crabby, but I think we really exhausted much, you know, like ideas here. And you know,
I got plenty more, so we'll need some more episodes in the future when we finish the skate park, when we finish the park, when we go do our next park, constantly.
Probably. I promise you, we're going to have maybe 14 more of this.
My guy, Siabonga.